Welcome. I'm Jim Darling, Mayor of the City of McAllen. You know, I've been with the city for 36 years in different capacities, city attorney, city council, and mayor. But more importantly, I've been with the city almost as long as community development block grant funds have been helping our citizens. I've also been involved in many of our nonprofits. Nonprofits dependent on community development block grant funds. Many of these nonprofits have depended on community development block grant funds to provide the vital services to many of our citizens. Services that have provided housing for elderly, food for young persons, counseling for students, and many, many more. But each year, community development block grant funds seem to be diminishing in the amounts we received. And so what we want to show you is how we've used your money to the benefit of our community.
In November 2013, Juan Alvarado's life changed forever.
Well, when we found out it was on Thanksgiving, which I don't like no more, his lymph nodes, I think it was this side or this side, no, this side, swelled out.
At only 4 years old, Alvarado's only son, Joaquin, was diagnosed with leukemia. Alvarado says he felt like his world was collapsing when he heard the word cancer.
To me, that was the end. That was it. But literally, honest, I was about to leave because I didn't know what to do no more. But luckily, they stopped me. And he turned back, and he was asking for me, so I came back. And they told me to be strong in front of him because they could feel it.
After several tough bouts with chemotherapy, little Joaquin is now on the long road to recovery, thanks to the Vannie Children's Cancer Center in McAllen.
It's great that we're coming here because, I mean, it's down the road. And, I mean, if it was going to Houston, it would have been real hard because, I mean, we don't have the funds to be traveling back and forth. And what I've heard about stories that kids are coming down, traveling, 5-6 hours traveling in pain, and we're just here down the road. I mean, it's a perfect place to be here.
The Vannie Cook Cancer and Hematology Clinic opened its doors in 2001 and has served thousands of pediatric patients in South Texas. It's the only comprehensive pediatric cancer treatment facility in the Valley.
Traveling, with the child that's seriously ill, can be such a tremendous burden on these families, and that's exactly what they had to do before the clinic opened up.
The City of McAllen Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, has awarded the Vannie Cook Cancer Foundation more than $200,000 to provide chemotherapy and other life-saving care and treatment for underprivileged McAllen children. Executive Director Laura Martinez Ilgun says the CDBG funding is vital to their operations.
CDBG and the City of McAllen, they've just been great partners with the Vannie Cook Clinic. They've invested in this facility, and almost from the very beginning, CDBG has been there to help low-income families from McAllen.
Joaquin is now in the home stretch with his chemotherapy. Treatments have been tapered down to once a month. Alvarado says he is forever grateful to the Vannie Cook staff that welcome them like family.
They treat us well. They treat us good. I mean, they're great people.
If everything goes according to plan, in March 2017, this gorgeous, wide-eyed kindergartner will be finishing up his last treatment here and ringing the bell as a cancer survivor.
More than $14 million has been awarded in Home Investment Partnership Program funds to construct new homes in our community. The City of McAllen has used these funds in cooperation with Affordable Homes of South Texas, Inc., to construct 645 new homes, benefiting more than 2,000 individuals. That's providing the American dream. Here's a great story about an elderly woman who is finally living the American dream.
93-year-old Victoria Zapata only had dreams of owning her own home, but with the assistance of Affordable Homes of South Texas and their New Beginnings program, her dream is coming true. Victoria's daughter, Adela Zapata, says her mother's home was falling down around her.
This house needs a lot of repair from the bottom to the top. And right there in the corner where she was sleeping, I had to move her bed to the window because on the corner there was a big pour, and I put 3 or 4 buckets in there too, so the water wouldn't get onto her.
When Victoria married her husband, Rogelio Zapata, in her 20s, they quickly had 3 children. As the family grew, Rogelio enlisted in the army and left to fight in World War II.
And what he promised her, she said, you see, Vika, I'm going over there to fight for my country. But when I return, I'm gonna make you your big house.
Sadly, the 23-year-old Army soldier never came home. Victoria was only left with beautiful memories and his Purple Heart. But her dream of a new home was gone. As a single mother, she had to maintain a home and raise 3 children. Even worse, Victoria lost her eyesight from poor medical care. The New Beginnings program has given her renewed hope.
The New Beginnings program is solely for elderly clients 62 years of age and older. And basically what the program does is identify clients that are living in really substandard living conditions. The house is just moldy or leaky and lack of insulation, can't be repaired.
Myra Martinez from Affordable Homes of South Texas says the elderly living with fixed incomes in substandard housing can't make improvements or build a new home.
And with the help of McAllen CDBG, we demolish the house and build them a new frame home on their lot. And then all the client has to do is pay back $1 a year for the house, plus pay for property taxes on their own.
For years to come, Victoria will be able to live comfortably in her own home, having relatives coming to help her and having treasured sleepovers with her grandchildren. Adela keeps on reminding her it's only a few more weeks before she can move in.
It's huge, and I told my mom, you should see the big house you have. It's a dream, and your dream is coming true. My dad, he told you he was gonna go back there and fight for his country, and there's your dream.
As Victoria sits patiently waiting for her new home, she can only imagine how much her life will change, from an old dilapidated house to her modern new home. Sometimes it isn't too good to be true, and you can live the American dream.
But it's the programs that you don't see every day in our streets and parks that really make the difference on an individual basis.
This visit is something the Garzas look forward to every day.
Good morning.
This program is the best thing that the government has done for us.
For a decade now, the Garzas have been receiving a healthy, balanced meal from Amigos del Valle, a nonprofit created to provide nutrition, transportation, and housing services to senior citizens in South Texas. For elderly residents in McAllen, much of that funding comes from the McAllen Community Development Block Grant.
This is God sent. God sent. That's what it is. So what it is, that's the only way I can put it.
In the last 15 years, McAllen CDBG has contributed $250,000 to help feed about 150 homebound elderly residents.
Hot dogs and vecinos train, or hamburgers, chicken burgers, or just a lot of stuff that it's good. All of the food that they bring is good.
Monday through Friday, the meals are hand-delivered to their front door free of charge.
How you doing today?
A lot of the seniors live alone, can't provide for themselves, families either no longer around or are working. So it is because of the meal that they're able to at least take that one full nutritious meal that the state requires that the elderly take.
Sylvia Garza says this has been her salvation. 10 years ago, her husband of 61 years had heart surgery, followed closely by a stroke. Now diabetes has taken a toll on the former mailman, and Daniel recently had a foot amputated. Sylvia is his round-the-clock caregiver. This meal is a welcome relief.
I can't do it all by myself. I have to take care of him like he's, taking care of a baby. But I have to do everything. And besides, to make the food and this and that, and by having this food already prepared and brought to me, that's God sent.
But it's the friendship they've built over the years with Rick Ponce that the Garzas most look forward to.
He's one of the nicest persons I've ever met.
Toni Cadena, the nutrition director for Amigos del Valle, says that bond is sometimes the only interaction the elderly in their program have with the outside world.
When our seniors get the meal, the City of McAllen through the CDBG funding is also providing someone that comes to the home every day. And it's that personal contact that a lot of them are missing.
So these visits are much more than a hearty meal. It's also fuel for the heart.
I'm very proud of our community development block grant committees. They visit every site and every charity to make sure that that money is being spent in a responsible manner. You know, that's a great obligation and a great job they do for our citizens. We want to thank you for all you do for our citizens in supporting the community development block grant funds. Thank you very much.